In the heart of Belgium lies a small square mile known as the Antwerp Diamond District. Through this tiny patch of land passes 80% of the world's rough diamonds. It is, quite literally, the most concentrated area of wealth on the planet, and at the center of it all stands the Antwerp World Diamond Center, a fortress protected by a private police force, 24-hour patrols, and a security system that was supposed to be alien-proof. But in February 2003, the world learned a hard lesson. No matter how many millions you spend on sensors, lasers, and steel, there is always a human element that can be exploited. This is the story of the Antwerp diamond heist, a crime so perfectly executed that it took the police 2 days to even realize it had happened. There were no masks, no guns, and not a single drop of blood. This was a battle of wits, and the thieves were winning from the very start. Meet Leonardo Bartolo. To his neighbors in Italy, he was a humble jewelry dealer. To the police, he was a schoolboy, a master thief, and leader of a crew called the School of Turin. Bartolo didn't just walk into the Diamond Center. He lived there for 18 months. He rented a small office in the building. He was a perfect tenant. He wore expensive suits, chatted with the guards, and even bought small quantities of diamonds to establish his legitimacy. But every time he walked past a camera, he was recording. Every time he entered the vault area, he was counting steps. Hidden in his suit jacket was a camera disguised as a ballpoint pen. He was mapping the impenetrable vault from the inside out. He discovered that the vault was protected by 10 layers of security. This included a magnetic seal on the door, a key that was a foot long, and impossible to duplicate, motion, light, and heat sensors, a seismic sensor to detect drilling, and a combination dial with 100 million possible sequences. To the insurance companies, it was a miracle of engineering. To Leonardo, it was just a puzzle waiting to be solved. Leonardo couldn't do this alone. He assembled a team of specialists, known only by their nicknames, the King of Keys, a man who could reportedly duplicate any key in the world just by looking at it. The Monster, a master of electronics and mechanics. The Genius, a specialist in alarm systems and infrared sensors. And the King of Diamonds, an expert in grading stones who knew exactly what was worth taking. In a secret warehouse, they built a 1-to-1 replica of the vault. They practiced in total darkness until they could navigate the room by touch alone. They were ready. It was the weekend of February 15, 2003. A major tennis tournament was happening in the city, and the streets were quiet. At midnight, the team moved. They entered through the office building, bypassed the internal sensors, and reached the vault's massive door. This is where the magic began. First, the magnetic sensor. This sensor triggers an alarm if the door is opened even a fraction of an inch. The team used a custom-made wooden bracket to hold the magnets in place while they unscrewed them from the door. The magnets thought the door was still closed, even as it swung open. Next, the light sensors. The genius walked into the pitch-black room and, using a simple can of hairspray, coated the sensors. The thin, transparent film blocked the sensors from seeing any movement without triggering a change in the room's appearance. For the next few hours, there were ghosts in the machine. They bypassed the heat sensors with polyester shields. They disabled the seismic alarms. Then, they began to work on the safe deposit boxes. They didn't use explosives. They used a specially designed cracking tool that popped the locks like soda cans. Out of 189 boxes, they opened 123. They filled duffel bags with loose diamonds, gold, jewelry, and millions in cash. The value of the haul, estimated at over $100 million. At 5:30 a.m., they left. They didn't run. They didn't peel away in a car with screeching tires. They simply walked out, locked the doors behind them, and drove toward the Italian border. When the guards arrived on Monday morning, they found the vault door closed. It wasn't until they turned the key and walked inside that they saw the devastation. The floor was covered in empty jewelry boxes and velvet linings. The safest vault in the world had been hollowed out. This should have been the perfect crime, but even the best plans can be ruined by a simple human mistake. While driving back to Italy, Leonardo told his friend, Speedy, to burn a bag of trash containing incriminating evidence, receipts, blueprints, and leftovers from their lunch. But Speedy had a panic attack. Instead of burning it, he threw the bag into the bushes on the side of a highway. A local hunter found the trash and thought it was just litter, but then he saw Antwerp Diamond Center envelopes. He called the police. Inside that bag, investigators found a half-eaten salami sandwich. They managed to extract DNA from the bread. They also found a receipt for a sandwich bought at a local grocery store. The surveillance footage from that store showed Leonardo. The untraceable mastermind had been caught by his own lunch. Leonardo was sentenced to 10 years in prison. He never gave up his accomplices, And more importantly, he never revealed where the diamonds were. Even after his release, the $100 million in loot has never been found. Some believe it's buried in the Italian countryside. Others think it was laundered through the very same diamond district it was stolen from. Leonardo later claimed in an interview that the heist was actually an insurance fraud set up by the diamond dealers themselves, and that they only stole $20 million while the dealers claimed $100 million. The police deny this, but in the world of high-stakes diamonds, the truth is often as clouded as a low-grade stone. The Antwerp heist remains a legend in the world of true crime. It proves that technology is only as strong as the people who manage it. The vault was a masterpiece of security, but the thieves were masters of human nature. What do you think? Was it an inside job, or were these men just the most talented thieves of the century? And more importantly, where do you think those diamonds are today? Let us know your theories in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world's most sophisticated heist, make sure to like and subscribe for more stories of crime, mystery, and the perfect plan. Until next time, stay curious.